We'll call this Willmar City Council meeting to order. Roll call.
Mayor Reese,
Here.
Councilmember Osk,
Here.
Nelson,
Here.
Gilbertson,
Here.
Gardner,
Here.
Fagerly,
Here.
Davis, here, Butterfield,
Here.
and Schultes.
Here.
9 present, 0 absent.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge additions or deletions.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Davis,
Aye.
Butterfield,
Aye.
Osk,
Aye.
Fagerly,
Aye.
Gardner,
Aye.
Gilbertson,
Aye.
Schultes,
Aye.
and Nelson.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 noes.
That motion passes. Then we have the consent items. Call on Vernee Larson, City Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, council members. Today for your approval, I have the City Council minutes of February 17th, 2026, the Willmar City Council and Planning Commission joint work session minutes of February 12th, 2026, the Planning Commission minutes of February 18th, 2026 as a draft, the Willmar Municipal Utilities Commission minutes of February 23rd, 2026 as a draft, the approval of the Supervisors Union 2026 through 2028 agreement, the 2027 budget calendar, Ed Service Towing License Agreement, the Rocky Mountain Elks Foundation Lawful Gambling Application, the Willmar Fests, Inc. Minnesota Lawful Gambling Application, consideration of a state 1 to 4 day temporary on-sale liquor license permit for Intuition Brewing LLC, and the accounts payable report from 2/12 of 26 to 2/25 of 26. And for your information, we have the review the Planning Commission and Zoning Appeals Board applicants, and the Willmar Municipal Utilities Financial Report from December 2025.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second. We got a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Roll call.
Councilmember Gardner,
Aye.
Schultes,
Aye.
Fagerly,
Aye.
Osk,
Aye.
Gilbertson,
Aye.
Davis,
Aye.
Butterfield,
Aye.
and Nelson.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 noes.
That motion passes. I assume we have no open forum. Okay. We'll go on to the public hearing. Call on Kyle Box. And
Oh, it's Robert.
Robert?
Scott.
Okay. The public hearing is continued.
Right, Mayor, members of the council, this is a continuation of the public hearing on an ordinance to amend 3 sections of the city charter. The 3 sections at issue all relate to procedures available to the citizens of Willmar to initiate a special election through the provisions of initiative, referendum, and recall. This is just a technical housekeeping change. This ordinance would make changes to each of those 3 sections, in each case designed to bring the city charter into compliance with regulations that the Secretary of State has adopted for what petitions that can result in a special election have to contain. The issue was under the existing charter that did specify some requirements, but they were not necessarily consistent with, and they certainly weren't as thorough as the Secretary of State's regulations, which means that a group of citizens in Willmar could pursue one of these 3 avenues to file a petition for a special election with the city council, look at the charter, format the petition as the charter requires, and still run into trouble because it wouldn't be in compliance with the Secretary of State regulations. I won't get into all the technical requirements. They tend to deal with font size, number of signatures per page, the title of each page, just requirements for what the actual petition looks like, size of the paper, for example. The Secretary of State's regulations are more extensive than what the city charter said. The amendments would have the effect of just striking what's in the city charter and adopting essentially verbatim the Secretary of State requirements. This came to our attention from the League of Cities. The League had contacted several charter cities to flag this issue. I'm not sure if there was an issue in another city that caused them to take a look at everybody's charter. But that was the impetus for this charter amendment ordinance. The Charter Commission did recommend that the council approve it. And this is a charter amendment ordinance which requires a unanimous vote of the entire city council and the mayor to adopt. This is a public hearing, so if there is anyone in the public that wishes to address the council, now would be the time to do it.
It's good to have the review by the League of Minnesota Cities. I appreciate that. The hearing is open. Is anyone here from the public to speak to this issue? Anyone here to speak to this issue? I will close the hearing and call for a motion to adopt the ordinance amending the city's charter.
So moved. Second.
And we got a motion and a second. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Gilbertson.
Aye.
Butterfield.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Mayor Reese.
Aye.
Councilmember Fagerly.
Aye.
Schultes.
Aye.
Osk.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
And Gardner.
Aye.
9 ayes, 0 noes.
The motion passes. Then we'll call for a motion to publish by summary.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Schultes.
Aye.
Butterfield.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Gardner.
Aye.
Osk.
Aye.
Gilbertson.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
And Fagerly.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 noes.
That motion passes. Thank you, Robert. Next is a resolution to rescind Willmar Connect Phase 1 award of bid. And I'll call on Kyle Box, Operations Director.
Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, Council. We've got two back-to-back agenda items that the council will consider when it comes to rescinding and awarding this project. If it's okay with you, Mr. Mayor, I'll touch on both agenda items at the same time, and we can recap when we get to the second piece here. So going back to December 2nd, 2025, the city of Willmar opened bids for Phase 1 of the Willmar Connect project. Subsequently, the council did award the bid for that project to NC3 LLC back on January 20th, 2026. Prior to the award, staff, consultants engaged in our due diligence discussions with the contractor to confirm project readiness, financial capacity, and the ability to execute the work as bid. Over the last 2 weeks, NC3 has informed the city that its bid on additional work and no longer has the financial or operational capacity to complete the Willmar Connect project as originally proposed. Now, we did have an opportunity to meet with NC3 a few different times over the last couple of weeks to better understand their needs, the situation, and the limitations that were in front of them, all while trying to maintain the Phase 1 scope of the project and maintaining project viability. Back on Friday, February 20th, staff, members from Bolton and Mink, Hometown Fiber, as well as City Attorney Robert Scott, discussed the situation and to come up with a plan of action or course of action for the council to consider tonight. At this time, staff and consultants no longer have confidence in this contractor to perform the work as bid and are recommending to rescind this contract, or the award of bid from NC3. When we look at the bid tabulation back in December, we do have, there were 10 active bidders on that list. Now we are on our third. The first bidder, if you do recall, that was received from 5 Star Energy Services, LLC. But however, after those bids were opened, it was, we were notified by 5 Star Energy that they would be withdrawing their bid due to material pricing mistakes on their bid. So that was not considered or not before the council. So next on the list is Kramer Service Group out of Wisconsin. They have been contacted and have confirmed that they are still willing to be confirmed that they are still willing to be a contractor for this project under their original bid price. The contractor has stated, and they do have the financial capacity, staffing, and operational readiness to complete the project as specified in the bid. As well as the due diligence that we've completed, which is also included in your Bolton and Mink memo, or the memo attached in your packet from Bolton and Mink. They have submitted a valid bid, and they would be, you know, in our eyes, they've completed responsible contractor forms. They have an effective bid bond. Kramer Service Group is a well-known contractor within the industry and has completed similar types of project in size and cost for a number of cities that not only Bolton and Mink have overseen, but also Hometown Fiber is aware of as well. Those projects include projects that Bolton and Mink has been a part of, the city of Buffalo, which was completed last year, as well. And my understanding is this group is also will be doing phase 2 of Superior, Wisconsin's open access network this year as well. The considerations that the council should be aware of that this bid is approximately $570,000 higher than the bid award to NC3. However, we are continuing to work on a economic development grant, a federal grant that would cover portions, not only fiber, but it's full infrastructure, roads, water, sewer, et cetera, but it also includes fiber, which we are anticipating that would reduce the phase 1 cost of construction or the scope by approximately $1 million to $1.5 million. This recommendation would have came regardless of the contractor. We're not to a point to where we're not receiving funds yet, but we are working towards that. The contractor is aware, Kramer is aware of this scope reduction and are in agreement with that. And that scope of work or that will come back to the council as a change order at a future date. There are 2 action items or 2 agenda items that we'd be asking the council to consider tonight. One is a resolution to rescind the award of bid to NC3 LLC for the Willmar Connect Phase 1 project. Mr. Mayor, I'll pause there if there are any questions, and then we can go into the next agenda item.
Steve?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Box, do we intend to pursue the bid bond from NC3?
Councilmember Gardner, yes. We did notify NC3 on February 24th of our intentions to be here not only this evening, but that we are informing them that we are reserving all of our rights, remedies available under the contract, including pursuit of their bid bond or other legal recourse should it be necessary to recover costs or damages incurred due to the situation. They acknowledge that, they are open to that, and we'll have continued conversations. I'd like to see where those conversations go, maybe from a negotiated standpoint versus acting on their bid bond immediately. But yes, we have every right to pursue that bid bond.
Why would we negotiate with them? They submitted a bid. They went and bid more work, which isn't our problem.
Right.
And then they tell us they can't do it because they went and bid more work, which again, isn't our problem. That's the whole point of a bid bond.
Yep.
And they're gonna cost us $560,000.
Yeah, Councilmember Gardner, we intend to follow up one way or another, whether it's through negotiations or directly going after their bid bond. I don't foresee a situation where the city needs to lose out in this because of a situation that we did not cause.
I'll be very disappointed if we do not recover that bid bond.
Noted. Thank you.
Would that recovery be for the difference between the two bids?
So the bid bond that was submitted was for 5% of the contract, so it's a little, right around $350,000. However, I know Attorney Scott and I have had conversations about how we would like to, whether we're limited to that 5% or if we are able to go to the full difference between the second and third bid received. I don't have an answer, a direct answer on that for you, Mr. Mayor or Council. I don't know if Attorney Scott does or not.
Robert?
Yeah, Mayor, members of the council, the city has a claim for the full difference between the bid submitted by NC3 and the bid submitted by the next lowest bidder. It appears that the bid bond will not cover that entire difference, so just consider that while you have the claim to the full recovery, the bid bond is only going to secure a portion of that.
Tom?
With all that being said, what happens if we don't accept the next bid, number 3? What happens with that bid bond then? Is that null and void then? We don't move forward with the fiber?
I would say the city would still have a claim to go after that bid bond, Councilmember Butterfield, but maybe Attorney Scott would have an answer on that. I'm not certain.
There would still be a claim. I think the amount of damages would be less defined. We would have to quantify what the city lost by, as opposed to just the difference in contract price between NC3 and the next lowest bidder. It would be a different measurement of damages that we'd have to look into.
All right. Are we ready to make a motion to adopt the resolution rescinding the award bid of NC3? Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Okay, we got a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. Further discussion.
Got a question.
Rick?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So what's it gonna cost the city to fight this?
Councilmember Fagerly, I have not had an opportunity to have a conversation with Attorney Scott on that specific question.
Our attorney won't be doing the filing. It'll be an outside firm then?
Again, I'm not sure, Councilmember Fagerly.
They'll
I
charge
think
by
we
the hour or percentage or?
Right, I would utilize the city attorney as much as we can unless Robert has another opinion.
Certainly our office is capable of handling the claim. This would be a city finance claim. There may be a remedy through the bid bond to recover attorney's fees as well, but again, you're limited, I think, to the percentage of the bid.
Because I'm sure they aren't gonna roll over if they did, so they'll fight it.
What I would say, Mayor, Council, is there will be subsequent action items coming to the council to authorize formal claims where we'll lay out all of the implications for that.
Steve?
Just so I'm clear, we do not have a signed contract, but we're not withdrawing a contract or terminating a contract. We're rescinding an award.
Correct, they have not signed the contract.
That's termination of a contract is a whole other issue.
Yep.
Any further discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Fagerly.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Gilbertson.
Aye.
Gardner.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Osk.
Aye.
Schultes.
Aye.
Butterfield.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 noes.
Motion passes. Next is, will be Kyle again with the award bid, Connect Phase 1.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, members of the council, so a continuation. For the council's consideration is the next lowest bid from Kramer Service Group from Wisconsin. Their bid amount is in the amount of $8,197,392.50. The recommendation to the council would be to award this in that bid amount, but knowing that there will be a future change order coming back to the council that would reduce the overall construction financing needed for the construction of Phase 1. We're estimating between close to $1.5 million would be a final reduction. So again, even under the original bid amount, however, recognizing it, the scope of work is also reduced. I'll pause there for any questions, Mr. Mayor.
Steve? Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Bach says Kramer indicated how much they have in their scope of bid for the industrial park portion. You throw in around 1.5 million. You've also indicated that that's the amount of the potential grant that we're going to get that we don't yet have. Has Kramer indicated how much of their bid is the industrial park?
Yes, in a roundabout way, Councilmember Gardner. So the way the bid was done was in unit prices. So the way that is still being worked with Kramer. We did go back, Hometown and Bolton and Mink have gone back and reviewed the material and footage that would be going into the industrial park and have been corresponding that information back and forth with the contractor to make sure that it would still work with the bid that they submitted and not altering the overall scope of work. So that number is still being finalized, but we're again estimating close to that 1.5 million based off of the direct unit prices and items used that would be used in the industrial park.
And you expect the grant to be 1.5 million?
For the fiber portion of the grant, I believe is close to 1.7 million, if I understand, if I recall correctly. Now, there is a cost share, a federal share and a city share with that. That 1.7 is the total amount. It's close to a 50-50 split, I believe, on city responsibility and federal grant award.
Okay. Are there wage requirements that come with that grant?
I would imagine so.
So that'll drive the cost of the project up. Is Kramer aware of that since our original bid isn't bid with wage requirements? Because that'll be two separate contracts likely.
Yep, I did not explicitly have that conversation with them, but they are aware of this grant and are interested in bidding on that project when
Of
it
course they are.
comes out.
Of course they are. And then I had one more question. So our prices went up by $560,000 as a result of NC3 or NG3, whatever they are, pulling their bid. Do we know how much contingency Kramer has in their bid? Because this project is going to increase in cost.
There is a contingency built into the bid. We are also, we are into the bid as well as planning for a total of a 5% contingency. That number with NC3 was, I believe we were anticipating another 275,000 of contingency that we would be building into the project that was outside of the bid that was submitted. I would anticipate when it's all said and done, it should be a similar contingency that we would need, if not a little bit less, because the scope of work is being reduced.
One final question. When Kramer comes back to us, as they inevitably will, and say, hey, things in Iran are pushing the cost of oil, therefore the cost of interduct is skyrocketed because it's made of plastic and oil. What do? Do we hold them firm, or do we give them a price increase because of the cost of materials?
I think with all change orders, all change orders are going to be reviewed and analyzed, and we'll bring forward the best solution that we can.
Okay, say we do not get that grant, because that's not guaranteed yet, right? Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So when we first awarded, got the award, it was for 7.3. Then it went up to 7.6. Now we're up to 8.1. If we don't get this 1.5, where's the city gonna make up this extra $1 million?
Councilmember Butterfield, thank you for the question. Our intent with this almost $8.2 million is to inevitably reduce the scope of work. And if we receive the grant, that's fantastic. Otherwise, we will have to build the industrial park at a later time.
That was the original thing of this, was to get the industrial park done.
Correct.
And then we added on the list. Now we're taking away from what was first brought up to the city. We need this for industrial park. Now we're removing it from industrial park. This is 3 red flags on this project so far. Within, you know, a few months. Our taxpayers can't be gambling with this. I don't know how the city wants to move forward gambling with taxpayers' hard-earned money. When everything just keeps falling apart on this and we don't even have, anything really into the ground on it. I just think we cut our losses where we're at right now on the project. Wait until later on when we know we have enough people to make the bond payments signed up. We don't have to do this today, tomorrow. It can be done a year or 2 years from now. We've already pushed it back a little bit. We don't need to be rushing a gun and putting our taxpayers in the burden.
Carl?
I understand where you're coming from, Counselor Butterfield, but this council likes to do that, kick things down the road. I still believe this is a good thing for the city. It's unfortunate that things are going the way they're going, but I still believe that this is a good thing for the city of Willmar, and so I'm still in support of this.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So how many parcels will be out in the new industrial park? How many clients?
I don't have that number off the top of my head.
10,
Councilman
20?
Fagerly.
5? Some
Are you
big
referring to the
acreages.
industrial park as a whole, or?
Well, they already got fiber in the industrial park.
Not entirely true.
Some-
There are
some do.
portions, yes, but most of it is not served by fiber.
Okay. So why would we put fiber out there when Arvig's already got fiber going to the airport along Highway 40? If the people that go into the industrial park want it, Arvig will put it in at their cost. And I received a call last week from a financial advisor. He said, do you know a firm that's in town already is gonna spend a lot of money in 2 communities in Minnesota? It's gonna be Rochester and Willmar. It's gonna be Spectrum/Charter. I think we should let the private sector do this. I've been against it all along. You know, originally, we had a bid from a firm in the next county. They were gonna connect from Candy, Ohio to Industrial Park for $1.3 million. And they said once they came into town, they would branch off and go to residential. And I don't know what happened. They talked to somebody from the city. They talked about a franchise fee. And you can't have a franchise fee with fiber. It would have been a lot cheaper to go with them at that time, because we've already spent over $800,000 on surveys and whatever. So this is gonna be a mess. I'm sorry to say, but
I differ on that, Rick.
that's your opinion, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, I know.
You were county commissioner when the county went with a clean water program up at the landfill.
Yeah.
How'd that work out? Not really. No one talks about it anymore because it's a disaster. And that was millions of dollars that they spent.
Well, I think this is a good idea. That I understand. You and I don't agree on that. But I think this will be good for the city of Willmar. I'm going to call for a motion to adopt a resolution accepting, awarding bid for Willmar Connect 1, Phase 1, in the amount of $8,197,392.50 to Kramer Service Group.
I got one more question,
I
Mr.
got one more too.
I was hoping to get a motion, but then we can have a discussion.
I'll move.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. Discussion. Tom?
Mr. Box, with we find out that they want to get out of their bid. Did we reach out to that private company that wanted to come into Willmar? Was that, we're interested in putting in the fiber that was brought up here a few meetings ago?
No, Councilmember
We
Butterfield.
still would have time to reach out to them, see if they were still be interested in it?
Yes, however, that always would be an option for the city. However, we are to a point where if we don't have a contractor starting to order material, we will not have a 2026 project.
You know, it's just another thing that the city's dropped here. You had the time to reach out to them, see if they would still be interested. You could have brought us that information, so we could have made a informed vote on this. You know, if there's a private company that's still willing to come here and do fiber, great. I say let them have at it. And we don't have to throw all the burden on the taxpayer if this thing does fail, and not have to throw it on there. I'm sorry, I just can't see spending any more money on this.
Rick?
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. So I had asked, I don't know if it was a year ago or 2 years ago, the city buildings have fiber now. And I had asked, are we gonna go with our own system? And you said you weren't sure yet because of security. Are we going with whoever?
Yes, Councilmember Fagerly. The reason I paused during that question, and I reflect on that every once in a while, is all I was trying to state or frame is that the city would always retain the option. We can say no, again, why would we not? But we will have reserved fiber for the city and all of its facilities within this network.
Any further discussion on the motion? Roll call.
Councilmember Osk.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Baggerly.
No.
Gilbertson.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Schultes.
Aye.
Gardner.
No.
And Butterfield.
No.
5 ayes, 3 noes.
Motion carries. Next, thanks, Kyle.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you,
You're
Council.
up next too on the 2026 bond sale. Go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, this agenda item before you was originally scheduled for tonight regardless of the last 2 action items. This is another continuation through procedure with the bonding that the public hearing was held at and called and held at the last council meeting. This resolution is authorizing Baker Tilly to conduct the sale or take bids, on behalf of the city on April 6, 2026 at 10 a.m. It authorizes staff to work with Baker Tilly to develop the official statement, and those bids would be presented to the city council at its regular meeting that evening.
Looking for a motion to adopt a resolution providing for the competitive negotiated sale of up to $9,200,000 general obligation tax abatement improvement bonds.
So,
Second.
We got a motion and we got a second. Discussion. Roll call.
Councilmember Schultes.
aye.
Gardner.
Aye.
Osk.
Aye.
Gilbertson.
Aye.
Baggerly.
No.
Nelson.
Aye.
Butterfield.
No.
And Davis.
Aye.
6 ayes, 2 noes.
Motion carries. Next, Kyle, will you tell us about the runway pavement maintenance professional services?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council. Tonight before you is a pavement professional services agreement for runway 1331. It's a pavement maintenance project. that the city was awarded by the state of Minnesota. Apologies, I lost my notes. This project is proposed as a 70-30 split when it comes to cost share. Those professional services are detailed in your overview in your packet. The project timeline is designated for a 2026 project with design beginning in March and construction beginning and ending this summer, June and July of 2026. And that would be in conjunction with the lighting project that will also take place this year at the airport. This portion of the professional services contract is for $17,500. And again, as I referenced, it is a cost share between the state and the city, and those breakouts are included in your packet. Mr. Mayor, I'll pause for any questions.
Steve?
Mr. Box, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Box, I brought this up multiple times before, and I'm going to ask it again, and this time I'd like to know what the regulatory guidance is that allows a firm to put 225% overhead markup on a bid.
Councilmember Gardner, thank you for the question. There is a specific rule that I will need to look up that provides guidance from the FAA, I believe, on how firms need to structure their overhead and their rates within FAA
I would like to see
projects.
that, please. I understand you don't have
Yes.
it right now.
Absolutely, you will absolutely have that.
Thank you.
Looking for a motion to adopt the resolution entering into an agreement with Bolton Mink for professional services for runway 1331 pavement maintenance at the Willmar Municipal Airport.
So move.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. Discussion. Roll call.
Councilmember Gardner.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Schultes.
Aye.
Bagerly.
Aye.
Gilbertson.
Aye.
Butterfield.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
And Osk.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 noes.
That motion carries. Kyle, tell us about the purchase and conveyance of property beneath the First Street Bridge.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council. This is the last one for me this evening. This action item is a motion to refer the purchase of property beneath the First Street Bridge to the Planning Commission. This is included in your packet is a license agreement that is drafted between the City of Willmar and City Line Towing Sales and Service LLC. Prior to the council acting on the license agreement, there is within that agreement, there is a consideration to purchase land or convey land back to the city located underneath the bridge. And the action would be to refer the property portion only to the Planning Commission for their consideration. That meeting will take place on this coming Wednesday. And then after that happens, after those action is considered by the Planning Commission, that would come back to the City Council. The entire license agreement would come back to the City Council at its next meeting on March 16th for your consideration.
I'll entertain a motion to refer the purchase of property beneath the First Street Bridge to the Planning Commission.
So move.
Second.
We got a motion and we got a second. Discussion. Roll call.
Councilmember Gilbertson.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Osk.
Aye.
Gardner.
Aye.
Schultes.
Aye.
Butterfield.
Aye.
And Fagerly.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 noes.
That motion carries.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council.
Thank you, Kyle. Next, I'll call on our Human Resources Director for reorganization of the Information Technology Department.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, Mayor and Council. Tonight, before you, you have two action items related to the reorganization of our information technology department. Over recent years, there's been a significant expansion of our use of technology here in the city, including expanded platforms and integration, public-facing services, and increased cybersecurity needs. So we're recommending a reorganization of this department to redirect resources in a way that would prioritize the greatest needs right now. The first action item is related to approving an IT director position. This position would have decision-making and oversight related to the city's technology and the enhanced staff positions within that department. It would coordinate with vendors on platform use and equipment needs and support other departments in each of their unique needs. We are requesting tonight your approval of the creation of this position and to promote current information technology coordinator, Jonah Johnson, as the information technology director. I'll open it up to any questions on that first item.
Do I have a motion, first of all?
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Discussion. Roll call.
Councilmember Gilbertson.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Fagerly.
Aye.
Schultes.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Gardner.
Aye.
Osk.
Aye.
And Butterfield.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 noes.
That motion passes.
Thank you. The second item before you is for the approval of the IT security analyst position. This position would be focused on addressing heightened cybersecurity compliance and risk mitigation needs within the city. And I'll take any questions on that item.
Move to approve.
You got a motion, how about a second?
Second.
You got a second. Discussion. Steve?
Does all this fall within our current budget year?
Yes, we will be reallocating funds from other areas for this.
Can you be more specific?
Yes, we've eliminated a different position.
So it still falls within labor, we're not moving money from
Correct.
somewhere else?
Yep, just reprioritizing what the current needs are of the city to focus on the top priorities for the time being.
Which position did we eliminate?
The multimedia technician.
Was there a person in that position?
Yes.
Sad for that person.
Information technology, and we've been talking about accommodating technology tonight. And this is an appropriate move for the city.
Yeah, the needs in
Dealing with
this
that
area
technology.
change more rapidly than pretty much any other. So it's looking to make sure that we are in a good position to utilize technology with the public within the city and to do it safely.
Any further discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Fagerly.
Aye.
Osk.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Gilbertson.
Aye.
Gardner.
Aye.
Butterfield.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
And Schultes.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 noes.
That motion carries. Thank you. Congratulations, Jonah.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Next is the 2027 street and other improvements feasibility study and preliminary survey professional services. And I'll call on Public Works Director Shane Stefanik.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Tonight before you, you have the 2027 feasibility report and preliminary survey professional services for Bolton and Mink. Just kind of a rundown of what we're going to cover this year. We're going to do a reconstruct of 16th Street Southwest, and then we're going to do a mill and overlay on Industrial Drive Southwest, Trot Avenue Southeast, 22nd Avenue Street Southwest, 15th Avenue Southwest. We're also going to pursue the Voss Park Pond improvement and the 2027 stormwater capital improvement project will be a couple hydrodynamic separators for Business 71 and L Avenue. The services for Bolton and Mink will cost us $54,200. That'll give us the initial information to pursue design and construction once complete. Any questions?
We have a motion to adopt the resolution approving the professional services agreement.
So moved.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. Discussion. Rick?
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. 16th Street was on the docket last year and we pulled it. So is most of the work done from Bolton and Mink on that?
Yeah, if you look in the cost breakdown, you can see that the preliminary survey is already completed. So we only have the feasibility report for $6,000.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Any further discussion? If not, roll call.
Councilmember Fagerly.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Gilbertson.
Aye.
Gardner.
Aye.
Butterfield.
Aye.
Osk.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
And Schultz.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 noes.
That motion carries. Thank you, Shane.
Have a good night.
Next is a request to publish notice for joint orderly annexation agreement with Willmar Township. I'll call on our city planner, Christopher Corbett.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. I'm going to go ahead and take a second just to pull up the parcel. The parcel is located currently in Willmar Township. It is just north of First Avenue West and 45th Street Northwest, and owned by Vaccinova. This actually came to City Council as information only back in October 2025, when Vaccinova petitioned the city to annex. Their goal is to have this parcel annexed into the city and to build a facility on the parcel itself. So we took a look at a few things. I'll walk through kind of your agenda item as well. This will go to the Willmar Township for briefing on the joint orderly annexation resolution on tomorrow. Again, tonight is for your information and to request to publish a notice of the annexation agreement. We'll be at Planning Commission on the 4th, so Wednesday, just to have a motion to approve the annexation. Again, this has been over a year conversation that we've had with Vaccinova, the township, and city boards and commission. And then there was earlier a date for a public hearing, but this will not need a public hearing at this point. It would just be the resolution for the agreement. Also, just want to point out a few things, that all the agreements are still pending attorney review. And we're currently negotiating the maintenance of the future roads and other annexations. So for 45th Street Northwest, we're in talks with the county just to make sure that we have an agreement in place for that too. The joint resolution for the annexation is pretty standard language that's in your packet. And you have your map and everything there too to take a look at. I'll stop there and pause. We had a conversation with Vaccinova, and I know that the facility that they're looking to build has an estimated valuation of about $20 million and more. And so it'll be great to annex the property into the city, but also take a look at a long-term plan for the entire area too, in ways that we can better serve them too. I'll pause now for questions.
Christopher, where are they going to build? I mean,
Oh, I'm sorry.
they've got property around it.
So this parcel here is my understanding, parcel number 3300700020
Okay.
in this corner.
But we're taking in Slide up a little bit. No, the other way. Taking in the Select Genetics property and J. Dan Properties.
That's already in the city limits.
They're
So this
already
is
in.
the city, yes, this is the city limits here outlined in the yellow. Let me zoom out a little. So these parcels are already in the city here.
Okay,
And this is the one that's up for annexation.
okay. Thank you for clearing that up for me.
You're welcome.
Carl?
Yes.
So, Mr. Corbett, in our packets, it also shows, it shows the parcel for Vaxnova in blue, and then it also has blue along the old Highway 12. Would that be annexed in as well, or what's?
Correct. So part of the agreement that we're negotiating with the township is to take the road into annexation as well. State statute kind of lays out that we can pay anywhere from 2 to 8 years in revenue loss to the township because we are taking in the road and negotiating the terms for maintenance. We are comfortable with recommending to pay the 2 years, which is kind of detailed in the packet for you.
Vicki?
Well, I'm just wondering, looking at the maps, I see Vaxnova also has a little bit of land south of that, 3300700120. Why would we not annex that too?
Councilperson Davis, you're speaking of this L-shaped parcel here too.
Yeah.
We believe that in a future time that they would annex it. Currently, I believe it is ag land for them. Or just land that they're not ready to move forward with at this point.
Oh, it just seemed like it'd be easier to do it all
All
at
together, I agree.
Any other questions? Do I have a motion? I don't have a motion yet.
No, it is a motion to, or a request for me for a motion to publish notice of the intent to include property in an orderly annexation area. Do you have that in your notes?
I need a motion.
So moved. Second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. Any further discussion on this? If not, roll call.
Councilmember Gilbertson.
Aye.
Gardner.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Schultes.
Aye.
Butterfield.
Aye.
Bagerly. Davis.
Aye.
And Osk.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 noes.
And motion carries.
Thank
Thank you, Christopher. With that, do we have any announcements? Nobody? All right. We have a motion.
Adjourn.
We're adjourned.